Hey guys, welcome back. 2021. What now? Today I want to talk about something that's been kind of on my mind for, honestly, it's been several years, if not, yeah, several years. It all started when a family member, to remain unnamed, mentioned to me in a conversation, and we were talking about animals, and some people eat animals, some people don't, and there's cute animals and there's not cute animals, and whatever, right? Things we care about, things we don't care about. So anyway, we were at sushi, and someone ordered octopus, and I think, so someone ordered octopus, and then our family member said to this person, ooh, I wouldn't eat octopus. And the friend of mine, also to be unnamed, said, I love octopus. It's so good. It's so tasty. I love it. Why, what do you mean by you shouldn't eat it? And the family member said, well, octopus are very smart. And, they had their little ha 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 talk, and yeah, I know, I can respect your views and blah, 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 blah. And I just, it didn't sit right with me. I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. So if it was a dumb animal or fish or being, right? Dumb as in not smart, it would be okay to eat it. It just stayed with me and I've heard this from several people in regards to other animals as well, not just for eating, but for killing, or, it's always been like, well, it's a very smart animal. And I just thought to myself, look, that's kind of what's happening right now in our country with what I call the sort of intellectual elite, right? The smart, privileged are putting down other people who to them seem less educated, more challenged, with names like stupid, idiots, and other derogatory names that I don't need to repeat. And whether you're on the left or right, it shouldn't really matter, because what I see happening is this privileged idea of, well, we are smarter and we are more evolved and we know better. So therefore, anyone else who is doing anything in life that we think is not as smart, intelligent, mature, evolved, fill in the blank, they're wrong. And they need to be, some of the terms that have been used, they need to be locked up, killed, sent away, and so forth, right? Now, if you're caught up in the heat of the moment, the emotional heat of the moment of our Washington, our storming of the Capitol, then it might be okay for you to quickly go to that conclusion and say, well, that's true. They should be, again, fill in the blank, locked up or thrown into the wastebasket of humanity's worst, right? And so forth. Even the freedom of speech should be restricted for them, right? Look, and I get it. I get if that's where you're at. I get where you're coming from. I do also, however, at the same time, invite you to look much deeper than that and see where inside of yourself there is anger and resentment towards someone or some entity or group or person of the past. Because it's never personal and it's always personal. What does that mean? That means you're not really angry at a few rioters at the Capitol. And it's clear when people get so bent out of shape because of an event that they're potentially so disconnected from. And when I say disconnected, I mean demographic or geographically. Like, I have friends who live on the other side of the world who are Americans who decided to go live in a foreign country and stay there until they retire or die, whatever. And they're so bent out of shape because they care about the United States, and they they know better and they have this political intellect and they're intelligent about what's going on. And again, they all arrive at the same place, at the same point. They all get to a point where they go, these deplorables or these stupid idiots, whatever, we need to get them away, gone, right? Well, I'm here to say that, well, two things. First of all, to me, that is truly smart or intellectual privilege. And I've seen this not just from white people, I've seen it from Asian, Hispanic, African American, Native American. I've seen it on social media from friends or people I know that are of all ethnicities are doing similar things. And I'm here to say that that ain't gonna make any difference at all whatsoever. It's the same thing as our prison system. It's basically pointing at a certain demographic or a certain person for doing something and then saying, lock them up. Now, what that's going to do is not address the true cause of why people are committing these angry, hateful acts in life, right? At this time in our country. The true cause of someone being bad is not that they're bad apples. That would be so oversimplifying something that couldn't even be proven. We can't prove that theory, that there's some bad apples and then there's some that are not bad apples. What we can prove, however, scientifically with many studies, is that adverse experiences, especially adverse childhood experiences, also known as ACE, you can look this up on the CDC website. There was a study that the CDC did with Kaiser Permanente back in the 90s, where they clearly showed that if a child or person has adverse childhood experiences, one or two or more, that they're more likely to commit crimes, to do drugs, to have mental disorders, to basically turn out to be the kind of people that this, what I call elitist, intellectual, privileged crowd tends to put down as stupid or as assholes or as deplorables, right? I hope you're following here, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show that by pointing a finger at someone and calling them a bad apple and asking them to go away, we ain't solving anything, nothing. It's gonna get worse. It's the same thing. You know, I said the other day, I said to my friend, you know, if the media or the government were truly concerned for the well-being of our people, of our nation, they would stop poking and putting down Trump. Why? Well, as Nancy Pelosi said in one of her statements, there was an article about her saying this, that she said that, well, Trump is deranged and he has the nuclear codes and we really need to do something about this. Let me just say something here. First of all, if that was really true, if we really thought that this person, our president, is capable of such lunacy to mess with a nuclear code to endanger our own people, if that truly was our concern, why would we keep poking that person? That's like poking a hornet's nest and hoping that it'll get its lesson. Well, have you ever poked a hornet's nest or ever been attacked by yellow jackets? I've been attacked by yellow jackets. It ain't pretty. And I didn't go back and poke the nest to say, fuck you, little fuckers, for poking me and for stinging me. I know better. And so, again, my point here is similar. If we are just going to keep poking these people that are so-called elite, intellectual privileged elite group of social media commenters who like to do this kind of poking to what they call the deplorables or the assholes, the Trumpers, right? The right-wing crazies. If we're going to keep poking them, it's going to get worse. And how you poke them is by continue calling them derogatory names. And here's why. Because these people have been through a lot. I know some of them, and some of these people have grown up in really shitty neighborhoods and shitty childhoods, and they've been oppressed by a lot, and they've been cheated lied to by politicians. So they're pissed. They're pissed for a reason. They're not pissed because they're assholes. They may be acting like assholes because they're so pissed because they have not been heard. They feel so oppressed by everything in their lives. And the last thing that's going to make a difference in these people's lives is those of us intellectually smarter than them, right? Poking them and telling them they're assholes and they should be locked up and they should go away. Nothing's going to change. Nothing. It's going to get worse. So if you're part of that group, and I believe I'm not part of that group, I do feel I am, went to college and I'm fairly decently educated and I'm a white guy and, I have my own labels I get thrown at me, but I'm not in that group. I don't keep poking people like that. I don't make fun of people like that. I don't even make fun of Biden. Why would I make fun of Biden even if I was for Trump? Why would I make fun of Trump even if I was for Biden? Why fucking stir up the shit and then complain about it? Stop doing that. It's not going to make a difference. Stop spilling your own oppression, your own emotional baggage onto the world stage on social media, hoping that these people are going to go away. That's delusional. We got to stop that shit. That's not going to work. Now you may say, what is going to work? Well, let's start with stop doing that. And then let's go from there. 2021, what now? Well, now let's stop this shit. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like it, like and subscribe. And if you don't. But thanks for being here. Thanks for your attention. Let's turn this around with some intellectual, but emotional intellect. Not just brainy, Ivy League, degree bullshit intellect by putting others down. Stop it.